All right, guys, welcome to another beautiful video. I think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful whenever I can bring you guys new content. So, today, as you guys can tell in the title of this video, now, let me just start off by saying if you are watching this video, I did it. I completed it. Obviously, it's on YouTube. But if you're not watching this video, that's because I didn't complete it. Obviously. But so today, as the title says, this is gonna be a full day of eating. You guys like my new haircut? I didn't go full mullet because I don't know, because everyone's doing that. So I just kind of got it cut a little bit. I got the mustache. I kind of like the mustache. Rachel promoted it, so I went ahead and went with it. I still haven't give you guys a tour of the house. I may or may not do that in this video. We'll see. Anyways, as you can tell, this is a full day of eating as a hybrid athlete. I just say hybrid athlete so I can get the views, to be perfectly honest with you. But let me just kind of give you guys a rundown this morning. So it's currently 9:56 a.m. This morning I had 2 clients, 5 a.m., 6 a.m. I worked out a lower body day, hamstring, glute focused. I did deadlifts. I actually took 405 for a few reps. I didn't film any of it, obviously, because this is not a workout based video. This is going to be strictly just a full day of eating video. But I didn't film any of it because it's just a full day of eating. But I pulled 4 or 5 for, I think, 4 sets of just 1 rep or 3 sets of 1 rep just to see if I still had it. And it moved up really easily. I think I could have probably ripped 5 reps if I did, if I went with a belt. I probably had an RPE 7 without a belt. Probably RPE 6 with a belt. Maybe RPE 5. Anyways, it doesn't matter. So I did deadlifts, and then I went ahead and did some running on the treadmill. Typically, kind of the way my days are set up now is I'm running outside on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and Monday to Friday I'm running on the treadmill. Is it ideal? No. But is it still running? Yes. It's just kind of the way my schedule's set up. Look at these 2 out here. Can you see them? It's just kind of the way my schedule's unfortunately set up right now. Anyways, so it was a good day. So that was like a perfect quote unquote athlete morning, hybrid athlete. Typically, I will run in the morning, like on a weekend, I'll run in the morning, and then I will work out later in the day, like 3 or 4 hours later after I get some food in me. But when I work, it's much harder. When I work, I unfortunately got to, just find, like, if I can find like an hour during my day to do like a 20-minute workout, 40-minute run, that's kind of how it's set up. But typically, if I have the time, I'll do like a 40-minute workout, like an hour to 2-hour run, depending on if I'm doing 6 miles or 13 miles, 10 miles. It doesn't really matter. But as you guys can tell, I digress. This is going to be a full day of eating. So what does that mean? What does that look like? So for me, a full day of eating, as of right now, I'm sitting in the morning between 220 to about 225. That's my weight. Is that ideal? No. Ideal would probably be 210. But I'm not really trying to lose weight. Like, I guess I kind of am, but not really. I'm not really focusing on it too much. So goals to maintain, maybe drop 2 pounds by the new year, probably between 2 to 5 pounds by new year, probably 215 by New Year's by 2025. So that's the goal. The goal is to optimize strength. Okay, like I want to maintain as much strength as possible, and I also want to run as long as possible. But I want to retain my muscle mass as I'm running. One of the reasons, and the way I'm doing that is I'm running zone 2, probably for 70% of my runs. Zone 2 pretty much just allows your body to use glycogen storages to maintain your runs, and it doesn't tap into muscle. So you can maintain. It allows you to maximize the ability to maintain muscle for the longest period of time. Whereas if you're just running, zone 4, zone 5 all the time, you're gonna lose muscle mass, which I've made that mistake before. I like my butt. Like, I like to have a big butt. I like to have big legs. I like to feel strong. So in order to avoid that, most of my runs, like I said, 70 to 80% of my runs are going to be in zone 2. That's just the way I'm doing it. For me, that's about a 9:30 to 10:30 minute per mile pace. Depends what the weather's like and depends what I ate the night before. So those are the goals that I'm having. Maintaining muscle, maybe dropping 5 pounds in the next 3 months. And then let me kind of talk about the food itself, and then I'm going to show you guys my first meal. The food itself is, I'm not tracking. So I'm not tracking my calories, but I can tell you I'm eating anywhere between 3 to 4,000 calories a day. Okay. So I'm not tracking my calories. My diet is going to be focused around protein and fat, not keto per se, but I don't really eat a lot of carbs. The carbs I do eat is sourdough bread and then some fruit, maybe half to a full crumble cookie as well, right? Because I'm just not that strict right now, and I can get away with a lot of that because I'm running, right? But I'm not optimizing for my running because I'm not really paying attention to my diet too much. But I'm just kind of giving you guys like a full day of eating, like a normal day of eating, and why I'm doing it and how I'm structuring it. So now that we have the goals and I'm not tracking, what am I doing? So like, what am I doing? What makes my eating different than other people's? Well, one is my meal timing. So I'm up between 3:30 to 4:30 every single day. Monday to Friday, weekends probably up at 5 a.m., right? So between 3:30 to 5 a.m. every single day. So my first meal is not usually until, today's a little bit early, but my first meal is between 11 and 12, right? So if I get up at 3:30, which is 3 days a week, right? For between 3:30 to 11 o'clock is 7.5 hours. So for most people who intermediate fast, they get up at 8 or 9, right? So for them, their first meal would be around 3 p.m. Since I get up so early, my first meal is usually around 11 o'clock if I get up at 3:30. So I'm fasting as well. So I'm having like two big meals. My first meal is pretty much the same thing every day. So that's the timing, right? I don't eat breakfast right away. I wake up, I have coffee, I have an energy drink, I go about my day, I work out, and then I don't have my first meal between like 10:30 to noon, okay? Now, each one of my meals is going to be focused on protein. One of my other goals as well is to eat between 200 to 250 grams of protein. So my first meal of the day is between 6 to 8 eggs and a slice of sourdough bread from this awesome bakery right up the street. Shout out to Black Market Bakery. There's one in Edgewater. There's one in Annapolis. I get every Saturday or Sunday. I get a loaf of sourdough bread, and I have one to two slices. I'll show you guys that meal. That's gonna be the next clip of this video. This video is not gonna be a lot of moving. It's gonna be a very basic video per se. Actually, no, I'm probably gonna show you guys the house as well. So full day of eating plus new house. After we've been here for about 2 months. I also really got to use the restroom. And then my second meal is going to be a Mighty Meals, right? Which is just awesome. I get these Mighty Meals. They're heavy in protein. It's the best. Those are anywhere between 140 or anywhere between 100 to 140 grams of protein. So 140 grams of protein, that would be like one of my last meals. And then towards the evening before I go to bed, I might have a few things here and there. So I'm having my first meal of the day. Let's say I have 8 eggs, 8 times 5 is 40. Right, so I'm having about 40 grams of protein right there, probably about 50 when you include everything else, plus the 140, so about 200 grams of protein, an additional 20 to 30 before I go to bed as well, just off of trace things, whatever I eat as well. So I'm not really, it's kind of loosey-goosey. I'm optimizing for strength, but I am focusing on carbs around my runs as well. Whenever I do long runs, I will have like berries first thing in the morning as well, or if I don't do that, I'll have a decent amount of carbs Friday evening. That way I wake up on Saturday, throw back some water, throw back some coffee, take a poop, go pee, and I'm off on my run. But that's kind of the outline of the diet. So let's go ahead and dive into my first meal. I'm going to cook up 8 eggs, a slice of sourdough, and then with cream cheese probably on the sourdough as well. And then I'll probably show you guys around the new place, show you guys my next meals. Look at these two. They're so majestic. That's Nona. And then that's Brave. The white one's Brave, Nona's the tan one. Where I'm at war right now with the raccoon. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys my first meal, then probably show you guys the house, and then just kind of take you guys throughout the day. So let's go ahead and get started, get cooking. I'll show you guys the finishing result. All right, my beautiful friends. I think I might have got cream cheese on my camera. Hopefully not. Let me go ahead and attach this here like a real professional. So we have our first meal. Don't have my watch on. It is 10:23. I don't know if you can see that. That is off. But I have 8 eggs, a delicious piece of sourdough bread from the great and powerful bakery right up the street, Annapolis sourdough, like I said. I got about 2 slices left. Rachel also got like this bacon cheddar bread, which is crazy. And there's also 3 apple cider donuts. So I'm not going to have these. Not right now, at least. Maybe tonight. We'll see. Who knows? But I got my first meal here. I have I have 8 eggs, and then I have a piece of sourdough bread. Let's get this to a point where it doesn't flip. Oh, there goes one yolk. But look at that. So this is my first meal, right? So this is a big meal. 8 eggs is a lot of eggs. Pretty decent size loaf of bread there. Oh, I also put some cream cheese on it. Put a little bit of garlic right on top of that bread. And then I use salt for the eggs. I use just kosher salt, like the chaos. I just use regular kosher salt. But yeah, this is gonna be my first meal today, right? It's a pretty big meal, but I like big meals. This is kind of how I operate. I've always operated that way. I'm a big meal kind of guy, not a small meal kind of guy. But yeah, that's gonna be my first meal, and then I will show you guys my second meal, but I probably show it to you at the gym. Then I'm also having Diet Cream Soda from Wise because health, obviously. So I'm gonna eat this, do the dishes, show you guys around the entire house. Probably not my sister's room because it's her property, but probably show you guys around the whole house. And I gotta be out of here by hopefully 11:15. Got a meeting at work at noon. I'm gonna bring my meal to work, show you guys the meal probably when I get to work or something, and then I'll probably eat that meal later this evening before my class tonight at 6 p.m. I also got honey. I got to put honey on the eggs as well. I use this delicious Subi pure honey, delicious. But yeah, so let me go ahead and eat this up, and I'll show you guys around the house later. Bro, look at these guys right here. Look at them. Just the cutest little friends. They want me to do something with them, but I don't have time. I let them out. I'll walk around with them a little bit, but that's it. All right, guys, so this is the entrance, right? So this is kind of what the house looks like from here. Just like that. Front door is right here. This door is locked, but it goes to the bedroom. So let me kind of flip the camera this way. So we have a front window here. This is Nona's spot. This is where she sleeps. Well, sometimes, but this is like her spot. As you can see, that is her mark right there. That is her couch. There she is right there, right now hanging out with Brave on a separate couch. But this is the living room. This is the main. I didn't clean the place up at all. You guys are getting the raw shot. So this is the living room right here. Television, couch, lamp, living room. Boom, right there. So many pumpkins everywhere. Hello, friends. Hi. Hello. This is the backyard. So this goes outside. This is the kitchen. These boards right here, actually. These are chalkboard boards, which is kind of weird. I just did all the dishes. So yeah, we have obviously stove, microwave, but these are chalk, which no one's done anything with them, but they are chalk. I need to change the paper towels. I think these are kind of cool right up here. I think that's pretty cool. Got the hanging pans up top. So yeah, and then we go this way. So there's a backyard again. I'll take you guys out there. Bathroom 1, this connects living room and also to the master bedroom. This is the master bedroom. This is the bed. It's made every single day. The blanket's on it because Brave lays on it and will eat the pillows. Some of my books. Here's the closet. Actually, I take up most of the closet space over Miss Rachel. Let me take you guys to the basement real quick. Basement doesn't have much going on. Actually, it has nothing going on. The laundry's done in the basement. It is finished though, which is nice. Let me show you kind of my area. I'm gonna make this nicer this weekend. I got some furniture. So this is the basement. So as you guys can tell, I had the podcast equipment over here. I just need to get it set up. But I finally got a table. I got a really nice table over there. Rachel's parents got me that. They brought it over. Got I guess a panda head and a recliner, some chairs, another table, TV, PS5's under there. But my podcast stuff is right here. So I want to set that up eventually. And then we just have empty space over here. All this empty space, storage, and then there's laundry right there. So pretty simple, pretty basic. The landlord doesn't know this yet, but I'm going to try to buy this house off of him when that time comes. Not right now, but when the time comes, I'd love to be able to buy the house off of him. Let me close that. And then let me take you guys upstairs real quick. Show you around the upstairs spots real quick, like. Okay. You okay? So here we go. Steps. Boom, 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 boom. There's my sister's bathroom, my sister's room. Like I said, I won't show you that. This is her office. This is Rachel and I's office. There's none of this where she sleeps. Desk in the corner, whatever this thing is. And then biology for school. But yeah, that's the house. Like I said, let me take you in the backyard real quick. There's, it's a decent sized house. I guess it's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, full basement. Really nice neighborhood. Right next to everything, which is really nice. Very close to everything. And then here's the backyard. Come on, guys. Whew. But bam. So here's the backyard. We have a pretty decent sized backyard. So we have all this new carpet right here, 2 chairs, table, pumpkins everywhere, dogs. I put up a hammock. I have this structure. I don't know what this is, but I don't know. You guys can't tell, but like when we moved here, all this, like you kind of see like a garden bed. There was no garden bed there. This whole thing was just straight up poison ivy. When I had really bad poison ivy, it was because of that. It was also all over here as well, which kind of sucked. It actually sucked a lot. Another nice thing is we have a paddleboard hangout thing over there. Nice big deck. Hi, Nona. Hello. And then we have some cornholes over there. So yeah, it's a nice house. It's got everything we need. Just super busy, so we're not here that much. I'm here probably the most. I come out here sometimes, just sit down and hang out. If I sit down, the dogs will attack me, so I'm not gonna do that. But that's the house. I finally showed you guys. Here it is. I'm gonna buy this. I swear to God I am. Big stretch, little buddy. Let me grab my, no, we're not doing that. I'm gonna grab my meals and then take that to work, and then I'll show you guys the meal when I get to work. But yeah, I crushed that meal. I did the dishes, so we're rocking and rolling, doing a lot today. Let me grab my Mighty Meals. I think we're gonna go with beef today, and then some other gadgets to just make it taste better when the time comes. So let me grab that. I'll probably meet you guys at work, parking lot. I'm not 100% sure, but that's the house. That was my first meal. Off to the second meal and back to work. Alrighty, friends. Currently in the office at work. My meat and cheese has 56 seconds left on it. I just want to show you guys one thing. So this is what I mean by I don't know exactly what my day of eating always looks like because I always get goodies. One of my clients made me a apple bread, and I'm not gonna eat the whole thing, but this is it right here. Look at that. Am I just not supposed to eat that? It's so good. It's so good. So, that's gonna be my dessert. I'm gonna try to just have a little bit. Nothing crazy. And then have my regular, normal meal. Oh my God, I'm eating way too much. It's got raisins in it. Woo. But yeah, you just gotta eat oh shit. I'm spilling stuff everywhere. That's why I can't keep it super tight. Because I eat so many different things because I have clients and they're the best and they make me awesome food. All right, let me show you my real meal. It should be melted enough, maybe. Yeah, this should be fine. So this is the majority of my meal. It's just boring as hell. I have Mighty Meals here, which is actually super delicious, but it is, I'm having the whole thing, which is 16 ounces. Here's the macronutrients right there. It's 90-10, so for the whole thing, it's 8 carbs, 52 grams of fat, and 120 grams of protein. So I'm gonna eat this. Oh, then I have 2 slices of American cheese on it. Got my spoon right here, got my apple bread right here. I'm gonna eat that. That's gonna be pretty much the majority of my food for the day. It's currently 1:36. It's like 1:45 essentially. I got 2 hours to my next client, so what I'm gonna do is probably go read a book. I'm reading a book about ADHD and autism, just like coping mechanisms with it. I've been diagnosed with autism years ago. I don't really talk about it too much. Maybe I could in the future. About 5 to 6 years ago, I got diagnosed with autism. Kind of a game changer in my life, but anyways, I'm always trying to figure out coping mechanisms of living a life with autism. So, especially in a world that doesn't accept I don't know. No, whatever. It's time for story for a different time. But I'm gonna go ahead and eat this, eat the bread. So this meal, like I said, is about 140 grams of protein between the meat and the cheese and the bread. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and eat this, and I'll catch you guys later tonight for my final meal for the full day of eating.